Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Be the win to go to the top lane once again. So KT taking some pages out of Nongshim's book here in terms of their top lane. The Diana jungle we're going to see once again. But the Ezreal comp feels the more well-rounded yet again. You have a
utilize the Rift Herald in order to throw it towards the bottom side of the map. Like possibly grab some plates here as Doctor manages to get the money there. Also,
this is actually like the most value you can get out of everything here.
Yeah,
all
worked for really well.
But, you know, it obviously slows down your Drake advantage that you're going to have from this first one, but still, they got the Herald, they got all the plate gold from that, they put it into Duck Dom.
You know, doing double duty with the magic resist feels real good.
Okay, this is...
Somehow that skill shot missed. That's an odd one, but there is going to be Chains of Corruption. That connects really nicely. As there's the flash on forward, and Noah says absolutely not. Prowler's Claw to come in, and KT answering back on the bottom side. Kellen will make it out, but Doctor definitely not so lucky.
I mean, there's a lot to...
No, teleport to come in though, and KT unfortunately just caught with their pants down a little bit. The perfect execution there from Gory. A beautifully executed double kill. And I know, you know, it's a bit redundant, but that's what the ability's called. It's not my fault. As now Doran towards the top side. And Rift Maker now completed for Doran though, so you know, KT wanting to try and utilize it, and they didn't fall nearly as
or the Mythic rather first oftentimes, and
yeah, it's like both of the items have so much synergy, but Mythic is just very strong as Kellen has to flash. Dove in with the teleport alongside Doran, but now they have no teleports available. Doctor needs to get his eye in just a little bit as True Shot Barrage goes wide. Gari is now in his shroud, but now diving on back, thinks that the work's been done. It's a really nice showstopper though, and the Akali is shut down. The flash on forward from Peanut though, and he's just slapping on as many KT members as he can find. Goes golden as the set goes down. It was almost so cool from Gari, and then he was snatched out of the sky like a football.
He does get taken down, but he does his job, right? He actually absorbs the showstopper, right? That's one of the big CCs, one of the big moments, you know, that you can maybe try to turn a team fight with. And he is basically peeling and preventing anyone from getting on top of Duck Dom, who actually sits back and does a massive amount of damage.
Now, the Cloud Drake is going to be taken down. First Cloud Soul of the LCK thus far.
It feels like Corey's like out for vengeance on Dove. He's teasing him non-stop. He's threatening him. If Dove actually is able to catch Dory there and showstopper him back into the team, that's a totally different story.
Those ultis to the bank, they were respecting Rich a lot in that moment. They did have to press some R buttons.
Like, when KT's grouped up as 5 here, they're like, Blank, please have the sickest ultimate ever, or else.
All right, Dredgeline onto Peanut, but he's happy to tank. Able to flash out of the way here. Showstopper onto Rich. He doesn't have much of an R bar because he utilized it before, and that is the piercing arrow to come down onto the Gnar. Doran now goes golden, flashes out as that's the first kill for Gory. He still has a large health bar to work with. But the rest of KT trying to back away. 1-for-1 thus far. Jungle for the top lane, and it does mean that this Cloud Soul an opportunity for Nongshim because they're the ones that do have a smite. Peanut now just trying to allow his health bar to go back up again.
There's the ult coming out from the Ezreal. Peanut just wants to hit that back line.
These piercing arrows do start to hurt, but every one of them that misses is fantastic. Use for Nongshim, his in goes Gory. This time, he does have himself the stopwatch. It is a steal away on the Drake. Manages to take down the Karma as well, but Doctor able to lock down Doran pretty comfortably, and now only 2 members left on the side of KT. Peanut's still alive as well. I don't know whether Nongshim should necessarily go towards a Baron. That is where they're stepping.
If they can clear out this vision and get vision on Noah rotating in, I think they can still do it, though. I mean, Duck Dom is so insanely fed at this point in time. He's just going to hit his Qs and Ws over and over and over again. Rich is here.
Yeah, put it back in.
They have vision on Noah here as he rotates in. That's all you're really worried about. They get the full Scryer's Bloom. Like, I think this is reasonable.
That Rich now stacking up that Gnar bar and can do so. It's getting up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
they're holding on to the Baron. This is actually really beautifully done. The timing here with Rich as well, just to make sure that he can stand vigil. The Gnar should be available into this wall.
Here we go.
He crushes on in. The Baron goes down. A couple of kills there. It's a huge overstep for KT. And Nongshim should be bringing us to a game 3.
Yeah, I mean, to continue to be in the game at all feels like an overstep for KT. They had a fantastic team fight. They had their best fight, their one chance around that Drake fight. They prevent the Soul from going over, but they still lose the extended fight. They lose the Baron. Beautifully handled by Nongshim to control that vision, and now they're just looking for anything they can find, but this is the end of the game.
I don't know, Peanut just must be so incredibly tasty. Everyone seems to be going way too far in. However, Doran does manage to lock down the Ezreal very comfortably, and that just shows he's tanky if there's, you know, physical damage, but this is a lot of magic damage coming out of Doran, so certainly able to lock him down.
Rich is like,
also
okay.
relatively low as Rich now very close to Mega, and Doran in a bit of trouble now. Okay, he gets thrown back to relative safety. Zeus now making his way in as well. Gori finally going to turn up, and you can cue the yakety sax.
Yeah. I mean, let's not get too excited because that was a, you know, that was a Gwyn and a Set fighting against a, fighting against a Carmen and Udyr. Like, it's like, oh, can they win this one? Like, maybe.
Rich, okay, hops on over, does find Doran. Here we go. We do have some ultis flying forward though, as the needlework is real good. Gori now just says, I am the better. I have the Herald holder, or the Rift Maker holder.
Possibly fine. We're watching this again for some reason too.
Yep. But we do have another team fight as well, as Doran is feeling real strong at this point in time, and he's going to demonstrate that against this Gnar. In goes Gori. He's going to try and do what he can also, but has to get himself all the way out of there. The Shuriken backflip does it in KT. They restabilize with 5 members, and without Rich now is Nongshim. True shot barrage. Doran, of course, able to avoid the damage.
Yep, just was able to prevent that one from coming through. They're a man up right now, KT. I mean, if they can have another great engage, and I guess the Void Staff is really helping Doran come online here, suddenly you have a real game on our hands here, actually.
Yeah, we certainly do.
I mean, they didn't get the soul. It's a Cloud Soul anyways, so it's not, you know, the most sought after, but
Okay.
they keep getting picks like this, and suddenly the whole game's open.
Depth charge now on cooldown, but still.
You know, gets a blue.
Yep, he's still Udyr, as it turns out. But we do have that Cloud Soul available for Nongshim in a few seconds' time. KT with the availability of denying that one yet again, but it's not the hugest of priority.
Oh, stopping the backs here. Peanut is so... he's not afraid of anything. This is actually...
Doran trying to move that circle around and throws out the needles, but now doesn't have that ulti. And Nongshim should be able to head towards this Drake and lock down the Cloud Soul. Cloud Soul, very, very good for this team. Rich is going to be able to close distance after getting that Gnar off, in order to make sure he can get those wallops.
You get hit by an Nautilus hook. I mean, these things should not happen if you're positioned correctly, but if you get hit by any of that, you've got to get out of jail free card now.
Yep, I do like it actually. The possibility of the QSS flash to avoid a lot of this is Doran throwing around his circle a little bit here as, oh no, Zeus just completely put out of position, and now Rich decides he wants to go in, only finds one with the ultimate. The wallop is fantastic. Blank just trying to go in, trying to do something because he knows they're out of position, but it's not going to be enough. And now Doctorm just fighting front to back here. Doran, can he do it again? As he does find Doctorm in the backline, but he goes golden. Doctorm deals with the rest of the team, and it's just not quite enough here. Doran was so heroic through so much of this game, but now Nongshim looking to taxi these minions towards the inhibitor turret and take down the Nexus.
I mean, Peanut came and popped his Banshee's Veil right away at the beginning of the fight too, so he didn't even have that. He survived for so long regardless. But it feels like KT Rolster in this second game, a 2-man team. It's Doran and Noah just getting the most work done, but Doran's the last to fall. Yeah, Nongshim are bringing us to our first third game here, and I'm not shocked. You know, after that first game, I think a lot of people were very high on KT Rolster, but they had such a massive lead. How do you lose a game like that? In game 3, they're going to have to pick up the pieces.